Hey everyone, it's Chris over at Springs Law Group coming to you tonight to give you some tips for the new driver or teen driver in your house during the winter months. And so one of those things for us is always the idea that we know that there are teen drivers out there, and it's an important thing for teen drivers to kind of have some tips and have some tools in their tool belt to be able to use as they go out onto the road, not only just in regular driving, but also actually during the winter months when roads can be definitely more dangerous. And so the first tip that I'm going to give tonight is to drive for the actual road conditions themselves and not for posted speeds. So a lot of times, it's that idea that, hey, I see that speed marker over here and it's saying 55. So, let's go. I got to keep up with that speed. But with a new driver, if the roads are a little slick or slushy or what have you, it's better to slow down a little bit and kind of go with the flow instead of trying to maintain that actual speed limit because the road conditions do not warrant it at that time. Additionally, too, teaching teen drivers then, tip number 2 is to teach teen drivers then how to brake on winter roads. So that's one of the most important things that you can do is learn how to effectively brake. So instead of slamming onto the brake like you could whenever the road conditions are dry, then when they're wet or icy, you got to definitely feel like you got to slow it down a bit. So you need to take your foot off the gas, don't slam the brakes, and just run that kind of tap right there. So you want to go gentle on your brakes at that point in time too, so that you're not, kind of slamming and then sliding into something. And so first tip is drive for the road conditions and not the actual speed. Next one would be to learn how to brake on the winter roads. And then the third one would be to look forward to where you actually want to go. So instead of looking down at the road, kind of that hunched up, down look, you actually want to step back a little bit, relax, and look forward to where you want to go. Whenever you're driving in the winter, you may start shifting a little bit. So it's very important that you kind of have that ease and that you're not tensed up, looking down at the road, that you're looking up to where you want to go instead. And it's important to stay focused that way. So again, to repeat, it's important for our teenagers out there to drive safely and have some tools and ideas on how to effectively drive during the winter months. First tip tonight is drive for the road conditions. And, if it's ice, snow, sleet, obviously we know here in Colorado, we've still got snow melting out on our back streets here. Next one is to learn how to brake properly on the winter roads. And then the last one would be to not look down, but look where you want to go instead of looking down at the bottom of the road, at the road itself. So hopefully you all found these tips helpful. If you have new or teen drivers and have some tips yourself for winter driving, please put those in the comments as well. We'd love to hear those so we can share those too. If you have teen drivers, we want to know what things you're doing with them to help make sure they're safe out on the roads as well. If you ever have any questions or things like that, feel free and contact us, and then we will talk to you all later.